Hi, I'm Randolph Miller, and welcome to Bouncearound Charleston. Larger than life events and design will be here to talk about weddings in the Low Country. And we have great music for you right here on Bouncearound Charleston. All because two people fell in love. Well, it's wedding season, and there's a lot going on right here in the Low Country. Weddings, it's a beautiful time of the year, and a whole lot happens. So standing here with me, Atasha Barboza Bennett of Larger Than Life Events and Design.
Hi, Randall.
Welcome to Bouncearound Charleston.
Thank you for having us.
This is beautiful.
Thank you, thank you,
and
thank
weddings alone, it's a beautiful time.
It's wedding season. God honors marriage above anything else, and so we love to celebrate with Larger Than Life Events and Design and produce and manage weddings.
To me, it's like a big party.
Weddings are a big party. It's a big celebration, two families coming together. So it's a joyous occasion for everybody.
Okay, so let me see what happens. The bride and her mother, or they come and they sit down and they talk to you because they want to let you know.
It's more than the mother, though.
What?
Now, grooms are more involved than ever in planning the wedding. So it could be the mother. Sometimes, I mean, most of the time, the parents are writing the checks. But in recent years or trends, we've seen parents and the couple both paying for the event. But planning, the groom has a lot to say.
Because, and let me tell you why. I'm a minister. And so when I sit down in my counseling session, I allow them to know when the wedding is over.
Right.
You need to enjoy your life and not worrying about what that bill you just made.
Right. So we always encourage our clients. We try to keep them in budget. What happens always, though, at the end, they start adding things on, and we get final costs and final numbers. So the final numbers can balloon, but that's my job to try to rein in those numbers.
So when they walk through your door and they come to talk to you, what's the first thing you ask?
The first thing I ask, I want to know how they met. I want to know how they met, what are their current interests, what hobbies they enjoy as a couple, what activities they enjoy as a couple. And so that gets the wheels turning on how we can design and create an event.
Give you a theme.
Yes, specific to them, because we don't want their wedding to be like everyone else's wedding.
Because it's supposed to be unique.
It's supposed to be unique and about the couple.
Okay, so then, so when you get all that together, then you talk about colors.
Color. Right now, 2017, Pantone color of the year is greenery. We don't have greenery here because I'm infatuated with spraying greenery gold, but the Pantone color of the year is greenery. And then obviously we've seen an influx of blush and champagnes and ivory. So this is indicative of what the current color season. In fact, our first 5 weddings of 2017 is this very same color scheme.
So this setting is what a couple would actually want.
Yes. This is what we have set up here is called a sweetheart table, where the bride and groom would enjoy a space separate from their wedding party. So here we have it marked.
Is that a new thing now?
It is. It's become more popular within the last 2 or 3 years. And so
the bride and groom sit separate.
The bride and groom sit separate from their wedding party, and it kind of it makes them feel like they're isolated. They're on their own island.
Intimate moment.
A nice intimate moment. First time eating together as a couple, and so they have that nice quiet time without interruption sometimes. But so the bride is always at the sweetheart table on the left, and then the groom is on the right. And
well, I've got to ask you about that. Because I do know that when we're standing at the altar, the bride is the groom is to my left, and the bride is on my right.
And so I wouldn't translate this to anything biblical. I just know that Well, we can actually relate it to something biblical when they say that we sit on the right hand of God the Father. And so the bride of Christ, right, is on
Okay.
And so
I'm gonna let you get away with that.
yes. So this is a wonderful example of a sweetheart table, and it's relative to Charleston. We have the pineapples here, which represent the pineapple fountain, macarons. We have a mix of old and new. Charleston represents old and new, right?
Right.
And so a lot of our clients will use their grandmother's china.
Okay.
And that's what this floral pattern is. But we still like a little bit of shiny, a little bit of gloss. Our millennial brides want a little bit of sparkle. And so we add in the colored leaves, and gold is very on trend right now.
Now, you and your husband taught me something else I didn't know.
Right.
I thought if I went and bought some plastic or silk flowers,
goodness, no.
I would come out much cheaper, but you all, huh?
No, Randolph. So,
fresh flowers.
Fresh flowers. We own at Larger Than Life Events and Design. We've been voted best florist now, 2014, 2015, and 2016.
Wow.
And I can tell you that fresh flowers, although if they're treated properly, they can last up to 2 weeks after your wedding day.
Okay.
So a lot of people hesitate to use fresh flowers. We only use fresh flowers. It is less expensive.
And now tell the audience why we have the macaroons on the table.
So now, instead of a candy table, we a lot of our clients are doing dessert bars or dessert displays. And the macarons is French. Not macarons. The macarons.
You heard it right here on Bouncearound Charleston. Macarons.
The macarons are on the table as a wedding favor. So as part of the guest takeaway, instead of a coaster or a CD, you can take away or have something sweet. Like I love macarons. Well, I don't. I love Dunkin' Donuts. But and so at our husband's wedding, at my husband and I, we had Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme donuts, which represented our relationship. And our guests got to take home donuts as their wedding favor.
Okay.
So guests are moving towards dessert bars, and that's what the macarons represent.
Well, this table setting is just simply elegant.
Thank you. We do have our logo, Larger Than Life Events and Design logo on the chairs, which a lot of Southern brides, well, I guess brides and grooms all over, they brand their events. So this would be like your custom monogram.
So you will provide all of that?
Yes.
Also?
Yes.
The chairs, monogram?
Yes.
Okay.
And that would translate over into the stationery, your wedding programs, your wedding invitations. If you have any bar signs or your welcome signs, you would use this monogram to brand your event. So that's what makes it unique to you and your honey.
Okay, so now, when we come back later in the show, we're going to talk about this because with your chairs and your monograms and everything, that also adds in the cost.
It does.
It does.
The average Charleston wedding right now is a little over $29,000.
Wow.
The average cost of a Charleston wedding. I mean, of course, that's an average, so it can go lower than that, it can go higher than that, but for 130 guests.
I was getting ready to ask you, what's a comfortable range of a wedding of guests?
So our clients typically spend between $30,000 and $70,000 on their wedding day.
And that's about how many guests?
200.
200 guests.
Of course, we've entertained up to 700 guests. We provided services for the fire chief, and they had 700 guests.
Okay.
I mean, there's levels to this. Obviously, they flew in on a helicopter, and they had 2 ice sculptures and a pyrotechnics display and 3 cakes. And
okay. We want to get married in July.
Oh, goodness.
How far in advance should we be planning?
Okay, so you should, for sure, definitely start planning minimum 12 months out. We have planned a wedding in 7 days.
Okay. But...
and so the longer the engagement period, that gives you a longer time to pay for your wedding, unless you're independently wealthy or you have $30,000 or $40,000 laying around, or your parents have been saving for your wedding, then that's where the longer engagement period. So we have an inquiry right now for December 31st, 2018.
Wow. Okay. So you tell couples that if they really want to have a nice wedding, elegant, everything is right, the planning stages has to flow.
It has to. It has to. We appreciate communication, and it's unlimited communication when you deal with larger than life events and design with email and text messaging and FaceTime. We use a lot of technology in planning, and we like to maximize our time. So we'll plan your cake tasting, your food tasting, and your engagement photos all on the same day.
Wow. Okay. Now, so you also direct the wedding.
Right. So we do coordinate. I feel like planning and design kind of go hand in hand. One balances out the other. And so it only makes sense for us to be there on wedding day to make sure that everything runs smoothly, because we've been with you along the whole entire planning process. So I know what you want, how you want things to be and flow throughout the day. So it only makes sense for me to be there and coordinate the day.
Okay. And do you also give tips to the bride?
What do you tips as in what songs?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. I'm there. Someone from my team, if not myself, is there with you even to go shopping with your groomsmen to make sure that the groom is together.
We've got a lot to talk about because there's some beautiful gowns in here. So we need to come back and talk about that. We've got to take a little station break here. But this is a wonderful topic that we're talking about because it is wedding season.
It's wedding season.
In the Low Country. Okay, don't go anywhere because we've got some stuff to talk about. And we'll be right back after this break. Okay, when we left the last show, we left Atasha talking about spending money, wanting to go with the men to buy the tuxedos. So then I asked her offset, well, who's going with the bride to pick out the dress? And you said?
We'll also send a stylist with you, with the bride and her family, to go pick out her wedding dress.
Okay, because the cost ranges.
There are definitely levels to this. So in studio with us today, we have 3 beautiful dresses provided by Deborah's Bridal. And Miss Deborah, she's located in West Ashley. This is a gorgeous gown. Sleeves are very on trend right now. This is a Casablanca gown, full train, full body. This is a modern ball gown.
It looks very traditional.
Yes, it is very traditional. So a bride would wear this in a church ceremony, of course,
beautiful.
And a reception, possibly in a banquet hall or a beautiful hotel.
Okay,
reception.
And your other dresses?
Right. So then we have these 2 gorgeous dresses on our right. This dress is from Adriana Papel, and it's heavily beaded with lace appliques along with an illusion neckline, and it has sleeves, and it's a trumpet gown. Very slim. It's for the modern bride that wants to still be covered, not a full strapless dress. So this gown is an evening event, definitely, for the more modern, a younger bride.
Okay, younger bride.
Yes.
Okay. And the next dress?
And the 3rd dress is also from Adriana Papel. And this is on trend. It's a very Charleston bride right here with the cap sleeve and the fully beaded lace. And it's super shiny, very heavily beaded. This is also designed by Adriana Papel. And this is to me, that most represents a Charleston bride.
Oh, okay. So all that's going on with the shopping and everything. And then we got to pay for food.
Yes, yes. On average, you can expect to pay for the catering, and the food budget are going to be your largest expenses for the wedding.
And you direct us in that also?
I will direct you in that. We'll provide a listing of preferred vendors that can provide the type of food that you like. Okay,
and then the cake.
Okay, so
we have a cake here today.
We have an amazing cake provided by Cake My Day Charleston. It's a strawberry cake, 2 tiers. This will feed about 60 to 70 people if we serve both tiers. A lot of trends now, well, previously, the trend was to save the top tier and you would eat it
later,
right,
like a year later,
right, on your 1-year anniversary.
Do they still do that?
No, a lot of clients are not. Some still do if they're traditional. We always encourage our clients to save the tier, but to cut it into 12 equal pieces, and every month they can eat a slice to mark their anniversary.
The
so
husband
it's
and the
like,
wife.
yes, so it's like a mini date night.
Okay. What about when company comes over?
No, they don't get
Okay.
a piece. They don't get
Okay.
any. They don't get any cake.
So all of this goes into having a great wedding.
A wonderful wedding, a wonderful larger than life event. That's what we say. It's not only a wedding. If you're our clients, your wedding is going to be a larger than life day, meaning that it's functional, it looks good, and your guest experience is 100%. So that's why we plan, manage, and design, and coordinate your day.
Well, you have done a wonderful job here today.
Thank you.
And this table
Thank you.
is simply wonderful.
It's one of our custom signature tables. We have larger than life events and design. We have our custom signature tables that you can rent from us, along with our custom chairs, our throne chairs, our king and queen chairs that are also available for rent.
Well, I'll tell you what. The day I get married, I'm calling you so you can set this up for me.
We're fully. You're going to have a larger than life day. We're ready for that.
You ready for that?
I am ready. We're so ready for that.
But I'm having more than 200 people.
We can handle on any given day. We have a staff of 24, and so we can handle anything that you can throw at us.
Okay, you heard that right here, Bouncearound Charleston. Now I'm about to eat a what?
A macaron. A macaron.
A macaron.
Yes. That's so good. It's so good.
This is good.
He's been dying to eat that.
For more information?
For more information, of course, you can find us on all social media outlets, largerthanlifeevents.com, on Facebook at Larger Than Life Events, and on Instagram at LTL Events.
Okay. We thank you for being here on Bouncearound
Thank you
Charleston.
for having us, Randolph.
You almost trying to make me get married.
I'm ready. We're ready for you to get married.
Okay, we have some great music coming up. You're gonna love the music right after this break.